Hi friends, hello, hi, how are you? I'm doing weird, I look weird. I only have my brows and my eyes primed because today we are doing a little tutorial, and this palette is so reflective, oh my goodness. We are doing a tutorial and a little bit of a review of the Emily Wants palette. First of all, this palette is it's bigger than my face. Like this palette is literally, where's my face? Where's my face? It's gigantic. This palette is huge and $20, which is not bad for the amount of shades you get. I'm going to show you guys the inside. I've already been using this a little bit. You can see I would do it this way, but I can't cover the mirror. Hello, there you are. So we're going to do it this way, but this is kind of what she looks like. A lot of really interesting colors. I really like Emily, and I initially wasn't going to pick this up. It just didn't intrigue me super. Like it wasn't super, it felt really random of colors. Like it didn't feel like super crazy colors. But then I went in store and they had one, they only have one left because it's like selling out like crazy. And I looked at it and I was like, you know, this is actually an interesting palette because you can do some cool green looks and you can also do some really pretty like pinky purpley looks. I felt like it was broader and a cooler palette than I initially had thought. So it's already dirty. Of course it is. Why am I orange? Okay, I don't know why, if I was just orange, I'm so sorry. So, we have this. I'm really excited. I also love Makeup Revolution. They're one of my favorite, like, brands. They're so good. Their concealer and their stick foundation are two staples in my collection. Like, I absolutely love them. So, we're just gonna play with this. I've already played with pretty much all of the pinks and the browns. Like this whole side of the palette I've already played with, but I haven't played with the greens. One of you guys messaged me and said you wanted like an olive green type tutorial. And I don't know, I thought that would be fun because I've already done the pinks and the purples, so I figured I'd play around. So far, just first impressions. I really, really, really like the pinks and the purples. I think they're really, really good for the price, especially because I think, but I will say, I know there's been some like inconsistencies with this palette. There's been like a mold. I'll link Jen Loves Reviews video down below. She did a really good informative video on this, but my plan is right now to do the eyes first and then do the rest of the face, and then we'll come back and kind of talk about this. So I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can get a really good idea of how the application is. And yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so let's take just kind of a big brush, and the first thing I'm going to do, I've already primed with my Hello Fab Avocado Concealer, and I set it with some of my Too Faced powder, but I like to always put down a white base on the eye, just because I feel like then you're starting with a clean slate. I almost never do my eyes before I do my makeup, but I did notice that I had a little bit of fallout with this palette, and I didn't know how bad the greens were going to be because I know greens can kind of be a tricky, they can be a little tricky. I'm gonna dip into the shade Hobby right here. That's what we're gonna start with. Just putting that right in the crease as kind of a transition shade. It's a really nice cool toned color. Just kind of a cool toned, really light brown. I think I wanna do sort of a halo eye cut crease, kind of like the one I did when I did the trying to look like an Instagram model video. I think that's my game plan right now. I'm gonna go into this shade Oh Heavens right here, this light green shade. It's got a bit, I think it's more of a satin finish. I wouldn't call this a shimmer and I wouldn't call it a matte, just kind of a satin finish. And we're gonna really, that is not showing up at all as anything. No, yeah, that's not showing up at all. Is it on camera? That doesn't show up at all. This eye, they look like they have nothing on them. Let's go into the shade Corduroy, which is this really deep green, and we're gonna kind of put it on a little messily, like all over the like crease in the upper part of my eye, and then I think I'm gonna go in that white again and kind of make it, oh, that's pigmented. Yikes. Okay, I'm just putting this all over my eye, kind of like all over the crease, because this is the part we're gonna cut out. Kind of just looks like I got punched, but trust the process. This shade's very powdery, this Corduroy shade. There's so much powder being kicked up right now. Okay, that looks okay. I'm gonna blend it out with the white in a minute, but I wanna do the cut crease part first. So I'm gonna leave that there for now. Or should I go in? There's this like dark blue called Dark and Early that I'm debating about dipping into, but I might, no, I'm gonna do that. Let's just make it real dark and smoky, and then we'll lighten it up with some light green. I'm gonna go into that dark, like navy shade, Dark and Early, and I'm gonna pat that more so on the outer corner of the look and really, really smoke it out in like circular motions just to smoke that out. Ooh, that looks cool. I like that Dark and Early shade. I'm glad I did this. I think that looks really neat. Kind of smokes it out, makes it a little bit more dark. All right. I'm just going to cut the crease with my Hello Fab Avocado Concealer, and then I'll be right back. So we're back. I'm going to do a little bit of like a halo eye moment. I'm getting really ambitious with my skills here. I think what I'm going to do is do like a purple on the outside and then this light green on the inside to tie the green together. This could turn out absolutely horrible. I'm just playing around. So I want to see how these like purples and greens can really perform. So I'm going to dip into the shade, should I do Family or Fi-Fi? Family, Fi-Fi. I think I'm going to do Family. It's like a little bit more purple, and maybe I'll mix in Fi-Fi. So let's do that. Okay, I'm also now going to go into that shade Pythie, and I'm gonna blend that into the outer parts of this just to deepen it up. We're doing like a smoky eye, I guess. Okay, change of plans. I'm actually gonna go, instead of a green shade, I'm gonna go into this Belle Violet shade and put that where there's a space as a little bit of a halo moment. I look so dumb right now. I hope this pulls together because right now it looks kind of bad. I'm just gonna spray that so it can foil a little. I don't know, guys. I feel like I was too ambitious. It's like the story of my life. I'm gonna zoom you guys out. I'm gonna do the rest of my face, and then I'm gonna do the lower lash line, and then we can comment on how we think maybe if I deepen this up a little. I'm gonna go back into Darken Early and just deepen up the purple too. That looks a little better. Kind of matte. Oh, this is cuter. Okay, I'm gonna do the whole face. I think it's gonna look better with the whole face done. And we can add like a lower lash line. I'll be back. So I just finished off the look. I did a little bit of like a light greens in my under eyes. Overall, you guys, I really like this palette. A couple of the shades were a little bit hit, like misses. I think the shade Oh Heavens and Hobby weren't very good out of the ones I've tried, but every other shade I've tried, the pinks perform beautifully. I think you can get a really nice, beautiful pink look. The like greens and purples you guys can see in the look came out really, really, really nice. This is the final completed look. And I just think it came out really pretty, really solid palette. I'm enjoying this a lot. I've actually found, which this doesn't really happen to me with new palettes, but I found I've been wanting to like reach for this and use it because it's a really versatile palette. This is something you can get a ton of looks from. And I know that's obvious because it's so big, but I think sometimes with big palettes, there's so many repetitive shades, like Morphe palettes, for example, so many repetitive shades that it's kind of like, okay, like we get it. We can do like an orangey brown look. This I feel like you could do, I just did this really smoky, Ursula-y look, but I've also done really pretty like light pinks, really nice looks. I think for the $20, this is a great deal. I don't think you can beat this. Yeah, I really, really, really like this palette. I would really recommend it. I'm gonna have it linked down below for you guys, but yeah, I really liked this. I would spend $20 again on this. I mean, I already did, but like I'm very satisfied with this purchase. I really like it. So yeah. That's my opinion today on the Emily Wants palette. I hope this was helpful for you guys. A lot of you guys said you wanted this. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, or just subscribe, or do neither. I'm honestly just so happy you're watching me. Thank you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!